Yo, 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 what is good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of NBA to the Galaxy Pod, presented to you by DSM Media, as well as your host, myself, Slim, the People's Champion. You can follow me on X at R2R30111. You can follow your other host here at Scotty Drum, what a guy that is. My guy been putting in work today, so shout out to him. And shout out to you guys as well, man. We have reached the 210 subscriber mark. It was just Monday, we was at 200 subscribers, and we already gained 10 more. So shout out to you, GOATs. Everybody been tapping in with us since day one. And please make sure you guys turn the notification buttons on so you will not miss any more of this great content moving forward. As well as go follow us on TikTok at NBA to the Galaxy Pod. We post clips over there as well, just in case you guys miss any content or whatnot. But as you can see by the title today, man, like top 10 pound rankings, Lakers having success without LeBron, so on and so forth. But before we dive into any more topics, there's a lot to kind of dive into. Guys coming back. Jalen Green looked very good last night in his debut. But before we dive into any topics, my guy Scotty, how you doing this fine Friday evening, my brother?
Hey, you hit the nail on the head. We got a lot to get into. Obviously, getting started with the updated power rankings. That'll kind of take us wherever we really need to go around the league. And then, of course, we're going to touch on some of the funnier or more interesting storylines around the league. And yeah, we got some big returns, including De'Aaron Fox, who's set to return tomorrow. A report that I just saw before we jumped on here. So that is fresh news, fresh update. Spurs are going to get a weapon back. Just lost Dylan Harper. We're going to talk a little bit about the Spurs, I'm sure, throughout this show and what's been going on with them. But happy Friday, brother. I know that's right. It has been a long-ass day, but this feels like the perfect way for me to cap it off from a work perspective because after this, it's pure leisure. I'm just going to go watch some hoops. So happy to be here with you, brother.
It's said for sure, man. It's always fun when we link up and do it. So yeah, man, top 10 power rankings. Wow.
How we feeling? Feeling confident in them, or was it tough?
This wasn't really tough. I ain't gonna lie. You kind of know the teams that had got up to a hot start. And you know that they would be in the top 10, so it's kind of self-explanatory in a sense. But it was. I felt like it wasn't really challenging just leaving off a team. I feel like all these teams are worthy of being on here. So yeah,
Interesting.
maybe a team you're pretty familiar with. I say I was having some consideration for.
Okay. Respect. You want to go first, or you want me to go first?
Yeah, let's go first. So at 10, man, for me, man, I got the Cleveland Cavaliers, my top 10 power rankings. You seen what Donovan Mitchell just did the other night, man. My man went out there and dropped 46 points. And I'm gonna just say a little quote. He said this kid passed him off that day. He was playing 2K. He told him he was like, just wait, just wait. And he called him washed. He called him washed up. He said he loved a bunch of things. I mean, he called him a bunch of things, but he loved it. He's saying he ain't seen a highlight from him in a minute, and he just told him, "All right, we'll see." This game was for that kid, a grown man, whoever it was. So I appreciate you. I told him I'd give him a shout out too. So in saying that, Donovan Mitchell went out there and gave your sixes for the 6 points on pretty
Hey,
good shooting split. So hey, but nah, man, with Cleveland though, bro, their record is what they're 5-3. I love what I've been saying for Evan Mobley. He's been taking that leap in terms of being a playmaker. And Darius Garland, he's returned back to the lineup. You know, DeAndre Hunter, Sam Merrill, Jalen Tyson, all thriving in the roles. I
yep.
love what I've been saying for Lonzo. Solid, but needs to shoot the ball way better because those shooting numbers are
He's
not.
solid defensively though.
Yeah,
I was watching him
defensively,
guard the other night. Yeah,
defensively, and just bringing the IQ and playmaking ability
yeah.
is just what that team needs. So, but now, man, you know what Donovan Mitchell going to give you. But like I say, I love what I've been saying from Mobley from a playmaking standpoint, and as well as the other guys stepping up and thriving in their roles.
I'm happy you brought up the Donovan Mitchell thing because I personally was happy that the 46-point bomb wasn't like personal for Philly or something. Like
Mhm.
we don't have something to watch out with like Donovan Mitchell with a chip on his shoulder against Philly. It's nothing like that. He doesn't have no beef with Tyrese Maxey. I saw those guys like laughing and chuckling during the game. So I was happy to hear the motivation came from external factors because that was miserable to watch, man. On the tail end of a back to back, and Donovan Mitchell just comes out ready to torch you. Like,
Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me on the top 10 power. I mean, at 10, I got the Cleveland
Damn,
Cavaliers.
damn, that's
No, I
what
meant to
this guy.
say, no, that's it for me with the Cavs, bro. So who do you have at number 10, my brother?
Yeah, I'm just messing with you. But number 10 for me, bro, it's gonna be my Philadelphia 76ers. I'm
Okay,
probably
okay.
being a little bit biased here. But they did. They had a great start to the season. Started out 5-1. Obviously, took a tough loss. I do think they took a step back. That's why they did shift down my power rankings a good bit. Because that loss to the Bulls was a horrible, a horrific loss. You had Embiid, you had McCain return that night. McCain did not look great, but ultimately it's an inexcusable loss. The execution in the fourth quarter was miserable. Embiid shot like 7 for 21, looked horrible. So yeah, they need to bounce back. They got a back-to-back this weekend against the Raptors and the Pistons, Saturday and Sunday. So it's not going to be easy this weekend by any means. I think both of those teams are playing pretty good right now. So
Mhm.
we'll see what the Sixers are made of. But right now, I got them coming in at 10 with the work they've done so far. Maxey leading the league in scoring. VJ had a rough past two games, but obviously has started the season very well. And yeah, get Paul George back soon. So optimistic about the team. But number 10 for me, man. Who you got at number 9?
Uh, for me, man, coming in number 9, man, I got the Portland Trailblazers. Yeah,
Okay.
5-3.
Respect.
I like what I've been seeing from this team early on. Obviously that Chauncey Billups situation is still going on. We haven't heard an update on that.
It's
But
crazy.
nonetheless, Tiago Splitter has been doing a phenomenal job stepping up in the head coach role, having these guys play
Interesting.
having these guys play together. Drew Holiday, though, man, 17 points per game, 7.6 assists, proving those doubters wrong that he's more than just a defensive minded player. He can still get you buckets, too. So I
Yeah.
would be very surprised if this man's on this team past the trade deadline. Also, Jeremy
Okay.
Grant, he's a veteran. He's averaging 20 points per game, just bringing that leadership and giving buckets. Denny Ogba, though, man, 24 points per game, 6.5 rebounds, 4.5 assists. Breakout seeds, this man could easily win most improved player, and I wouldn't be mad at it. As well as the other pieces, Donovan Clingan, he's looking solid early on. Tamana Kamara, obviously one of the best wing defenders in the league, and my guy Shaden Sharp, 18 points per game. But that's what I got coming in at number 9 on my top 10 pound rankings, the Portland Trailblazers,
I like
the
it,
young
man.
gritty team with the vets.
I like it. I
Mhm.
like that you're putting some respect on them right now, because I don't know how long it will last them being, in the top parts of the
Oh,
Western
okay.
Conference right now, but they are number 6. They've had a hot start, and to your point, some of these young guys have really, really stepped their game up. And yeah, I saw a tweet the other day about Drew Holiday and some of his numbers of late. So I'm glad you pointed that out. He's obviously balling, maybe with a little bit of chip on his shoulder, getting traded out of
Oh, yeah.
Boston like that, getting
Oh, yeah.
disrespected in his eyes. So yeah, kudos to you for that. Number 9, a team that you already named for me, Cleveland Cavaliers. They're obviously 5-3, coming off the dub against Philly. They had a dub against Atlanta before that. You got the Darius Garland return game against the Sixers. He was all right. I mean, he definitely helped them. It was definitely the Spider Mitchell game, but the Cavs look good, man. They look like they're ready to pick up where they left off last year. I just think it's what we said about them coming into this season, man. It doesn't matter if they win the 1 seed or the 2 seed when it comes to like confidence on how they'll perform in the postseason or if they can have success in the postseason. They're gonna win games. They're talented. It's a matter of proving it when it really matters. But right now, Cavs at number 9. I think that's fair.
hmm Yeah, that's fair. I mean, they still getting together. So for me, man, coming in at number 8, right? Yeah, coming
Yeah,
in at number 8, bro. I got the I got the Houston Rockets. Yeah, Kevin Durant. He's been finding his rhythm early with this team. He's averaging 24 points per game, looking very comfortable over there. And Amprin Shangoon, 22 points per game, 10 rebounds, 7.3 assists. Near that All Star level once again, like he was last season. Amen Thompson, he's been looking pretty good as a starting point guard on this team, 19 points,
yeah,
6 assists. Jabari Smith Jr. as well, like what I've been saying for him, providing 15. Tara Easton and Reed Shepard providing that, depth off the bench. They've been coming to their own lately. And yeah, they finally starting to find that flow within each other after a kind of a little rocky start, I'd say. But nonetheless, they 5-2, and they come in for number 8 on my top 10 power rankings list, man. Who do
I
you
like
have
it,
at
brother.
8?
Yes, sir. For number 8 for me is going to be those New York Knickerbockers up at the Garden.
That is crazy.
Um, Nonetheless, they've won 3 straight games, taken out the Bulls. I believe they gave the Bulls their first loss. Then went on to beat the Wizards and the T Wolves. They did, I believe, they were the team that, yeah, they dogged the T Wolves out the other night on Ant Edwards' return. They're starting to pick up steam. Obviously, I think Jalen Brunson, from an efficiency standpoint, started a little slow in the season, but it's starting to pick up now. Karl Anthony Towns is starting to get it going. But I still feel like they got room to grow with some of those new pieces that they've added this offseason. Yabusele, Clarkson, so on and so forth. They're going to be a force to be reckoned with all year, as you know. So New York Knicks 5-3 coming at number 8 for me, brother.
Okay, that's what's up. Coming in at number 7 on my top 10 power ranking list, I have the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis Antetokounmpo, man, 33 points per game, 6 rebounds, shooting 67% from the field and 60% from 3-point range. 1.4 attempts per game. That's pretty solid when you look at a guy like Giannis and his play style. So, yeah, then the man like Ryan Rollins, though, bro, former Warrior, giving you 17 points per game, 6 assists. Definitely a surprise breakout. I'm pretty sure a lot of people did not expect him to have this type of season. But shout
No.
out to Milwaukee because they gave him like a 3 or 4 year deal this past offseason. So clearly they knew something we didn't know. And
Yeah.
the contract is very cheap, by the way. And then Kyle Kuzma giving you solid bench minutes. And yeah, they 5-3. Doc Rivers, he been having this group pretty solid. Your boy Miles Turner been pretty solid. So that's pretty much it on that.
Yeah, no, I feel you on that. Milwaukee, they've been kind of impressive, I would say. I just took a look at their stats. To your point, looks like they have what 6, 7 guys averaging double figures. So I mean, yeah, Doc Rivers. It seems like he's getting a lot out of this team. Number 7 for me, brother, is going to be the San Antonio Spurs, and I actually had these guys at number 7 before I found out De'Aaron Fox was returning tomorrow. Um, I won't say that would have moved them up higher with them losing their last 2 games. Obviously, the most recent loss coming in LA against the Lakers. Wemby has kind of came back to earth in a sense this week. The scoring numbers have come down a good bit. Maybe just going through a little bit of a stretch, a little bit of an adjustment. Dylan Harper just went down. He's going to be out for a few weeks. So I do like what the Spurs have put together, especially defensively. I think they're a really, really good defensive unit, obviously led by Wemby in the paint. And Wemby, to his credit, he has changed his shot selection. I saw them talking about that on the broadcast the other night. Just the amount of threes. He's kind of lessened the amount of threes, focused on using his size and his skill closer to the rim. So he's doing the right things. I think he'll get it back on track. I think the Spurs will get back on track. And yeah, tough matchup tonight with the Rockets. I'm excited for that one. But
You're
yeah,
excited
Spurs
for
are
that one,
coming
huh?
in at number 7, bro.
You're excited for that, huh? Hey, shout out to
Uh,
you.
oh,
Hey,
I
shout out
am.
my guy D-Rail. I see you in the comments, my brother. Coming in number
Yeah,
6 for
let's
me,
get
man.
D-Rab. Let's get D-Rab put up on here, man. It's been a minute.
It's been a minute. Top 10 power rankings coming in number 6. I have the Denver Nuggets, 5-2. Tim Hardaway Jr., man, he's been looking very, very good for this team, providing 11 points off the bench, shooting 45% from 3-point range. That's pretty good. Nikola Jokic averaging a triple double, leading this team in
Yeah.
points, rebounds, assists, and steals. He just make it look so damn easy. Aaron Gordon and Jamal Murray each giving you 20 or more points per game, if not 20. And it's kind of scary if you think about it though, because this team they 5-2, and Cam Johnson has not looked as good as most of us thought he would, and that's kind of a scary thing. Because just imagine once he started gelling within the floor of this offense, we never know what this team could really look like. But nonetheless, I got these guys coming in number 6 on my top 10 power rankings list.
I like it. That Cam Johnson point is a very good point. Obviously, not the start he was looking for, but he'll get there for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Number 6 for me is a team you already mentioned, the Houston Rockets, the other part of that matchup I just mentioned with the Spurs tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Along with what you said, I mean, you hit the nail on the head with some of the numbers from their players. A lot they're getting contributions, lofty contributions from all over the roster. It feels like. But more importantly, that starting lineup is starting to gel. They have 5 straight wins against the Nets, Raptors, Celtics, Dallas, and the Grizzlies. And then, obviously, as I stated earlier, they play the Spurs in the NBA Cup tonight. So I'll be interested to see, which one of these teams can kind of rise up for the matchup, and have them in a similar spot in my power rankings. So seems like the perfect night for it. But Rockets at number 6, brother.
Okay. So for me, man, coming in number 5, I had the Detroit Pistons, Detroit basketball,
Respect.
man. 6-2, man. Kay Cunningham should without a doubt be an all-star again this year, giving me 24 points per game, nearly 10 assists. Jalen Duren, though, man, what a season. 18 points per game, 11 rebounds, 1.4 blocks per game, dominating the paint. Isaiah
Yeah,
Stewart, he's an early candidate as well for most improved. 11 points per game, 7 rebounds, but 2.4 blocks per game off the bench, man.
yeah.
And shout out to
Physical
Ron Holland.
presence.
Shout out to Ron Holland. He's been looking very good defensively over there, coming to his own. Then you got Duncan Robinson, who's shooting 40% from 3-point range. Asher Thompson, elite. He's been looking pretty good, just playing, off the ball and playing with those guys.
Yeah,
And also, the scary part about this team, how I kind of alluded to with Denver, how Cam Johnson is struggling. Detroit has been looking this good, and they still without Jaden Ivey. So just imagine what this team
great
looks
point.
like when he get back in the rotation. But
Yeah,
yeah,
where
I
he
got
can
Detroit
contribute.
coming in number 5. So yeah.
I like it. I like it, brother. Number 5 for me is going to be the Denver Nuggets, which you already mentioned. 5-2 currently. Just recently beat the Miami Heat by double digits. And they take on your Warriors tonight, man. That's going to be
Mhm.
an NBA Cup game, I do believe. Late night,
Yeah.
the 10 p.m. game. But nonetheless, yeah, all the things you said about the Nuggets, man. If Cam Johnson can come around, they're just going to be a force to be reckoned with. But they're figuring it out in other areas. I think Tim Hardaway Jr. is quite a surprise in my sense. I know he can play. Like obviously he can score the rock, he can shoot. But it's all about consistency for him, and that's what it's been about his whole career. Just finding some consistency, and maybe just maybe he can find that next to Nikola Jokic, one of the better playmakers in the NBA, and a guy that just takes up a ton of attention, right? So
Mhm.
yeah, Denver Nuggets 5-2 at number 5, man.
Okay, that's what's up, man. Coming in number 4 for me, I got the San Antonio Spurs. They're 5-2. Victor
Okay.
Wembanyama, man, 26 points per game, 13 rebounds, 4 blocks per game. Early,
Ridiculous.
early defensive player of the year energy for sure. Then my guy Stephon Kelsey's giving me 20 points per game. Jeremy Sohan, he looked great in his return the other night. He finished the game with 16 points. Dylan Harper, he got injured, but he looked very solid,
He did
very
look good.
to start the season. A lot of people's kind of saying that he reminded them of Manu Ginobili. So hey, and still waiting on De'Aaron Fox to return. To your point, he's going to come back tomorrow. But in saying that, 5-2 record still speaks to this team resiliency. Like to have
Yeah.
that type of record without one of your best players and De'Aaron Fox, it says a lot about this team. And Victor Wembanyama just each game is just solidified himself as one of the best players in the league today. So yeah, I got the Spurs coming in number 4.
Yeah, man. De'Aaron Fox makes his debut tomorrow against the Pelicans. It's funny, it's on the tail end of a back-to-back, so it kind of works out perfect for the Spurs.
Mhm.
But no, I like it obviously. Spurs great team. Number 4, team you just mentioned, the Detroit basketball Pistons. 4 straight wins against the Magic, Dallas Mavericks, Memphis Grizzlies, Utah Jazz. Ultimately, I everything you said, they just have so much depth. Jalen Durant, he's I mean, I don't know where you put him amongst league centers. I guess we got to see how this season plays out, and for him to do this long term throughout a full season. But he looks pretty damn good around
Yes.
the rim, rebounding. I mean, he's a force. He's a force. Um, Let me ask you this, man. On that note, because something just came to my mind, and definitely correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not going to lie to you and say I've watched 50 plus games of Jalen Duren, right? Like I've seen him in the postseason. I've seen him at times last year, but um, how would you compare his skill set to like an Andre Drummond back when Andre Drummond was on the Pistons?
Oh, yeah, that's a great question. Rebounding for sure. Yeah,
Rebounding is
yeah,
really, yeah, that was my
yeah,
connecting point. Yeah,
because he's a very good rebounder. To be more exact, offensive rebounder. He's very good at that, and as well
yeah,
as setting screens, big body. can dive to the rim. So I can see the similarity
But
between
is
them.
Durant, is he more skilled than Drummond, would you say?
I would say so. Yeah, because Darren, he's not an excellent shooter, but he can shoot just a little bit if he wants
Okay.
to. You
And
know.
he's still early in his career, so that can
Yeah, that's
obviously get
yeah.
better. But
He's still
yeah.
learning.
And Cade Cunningham, man. I mean, we're gonna talk about him a little bit later when we talk about the guards in the East, but he's obviously a monster. And I don't even think he's hit his full form, his peak form of this season just yet either. I don't think he's playing his best basketball yet. So I think
That's
that's
exciting.
still to come. To your point, Jaden. I mean, you add him to the mix as an athletic combo, like scoring guard. It can get nasty in Detroit. They're building something nice, and they got youth, and that's the most important. But no, I like Detroit at number 4, man. Now we're to the
Okay.
top 3.
Top three, yes, sir. So top three coming in at number three for me on my top 10 power rankings list. I have the Los Angeles Lakers.
Okay.
D-Rab, you should be very appreciative that I'm saying this, but hey, I'm a realistic man. I don't hold grudges, but nah. Togetherness, is real early on. This team is really playing together. DeAndre Ayton, though, man, 17.5 points per game, 8 rebounds, and just about 1 block.
Yeah.
Proving overreacting fans wrong after game one because I don't know if you remember this, but it was a lot of fans saying that they shouldn't have signed him. He's soft, he's this and that.
Yep.
But ever since then, my man has been balling, and shout out to him because he's definitely been the reason why this team has been winning games as of late. Austin Reeves, though, man, what a start to the season, man. He's averaging like 33 points per game, and so he's been doing this thing. He hit a game winner like a few weeks ago, and then Luca, man, just doing Luca things, 40 points per game, as simple as that. And then Rui has been aggressive as well. He's averaging like 17 points. So that's pretty much it, man. That's 7-2. Nick Smith Jr. I like what I'm seeing from him, and JJ Redick got these guys playing together, and that's all you can ask for as a Lakers fan.
Yeah. No, I think that's very fair. For me at number 3, man, is going to be the Chicago Bulls. Obviously, coming off a big dub in Chicago, comeback win against those very sturdy 76ers. No, but for real, the Sixers led in this game by 24 points at one point. Bulls hung in there. Josh Giddey able to go out there and get a triple double. I think he had like 29 points in that game. He was just out there making plays for his team. Obviously, Maxey was having a night as well. They were kind of going at it. And guys hit big shots down the stretch, including Vooch. I think he hit 1 of 6 3-pointers that night, but the one 3-pointer that he did hit was the one that gave them the lead to win the game. And that's what matters, man. But I think they're getting contributions from guys that I just simply didn't expect them to be producing as much as they are. And I think it starts with Josh Giddey, quite honestly. I just didn't know that he was this good. I knew he was good, but I did not know that he was like this good. Like, if he continues at the pace he's at, he could enter this conversation we're going to have later about Eastern Conference
Oh,
guards. You know
yeah,
what I mean? The way
for
he's
sure.
playing right now.
Yes. Yes.
So, yeah. Bulls, hey, they're doing their thing right now, man.
Hey, that's what's up. Shout out to you. Coming in at number 2 on my top 10 power ranking list, I have the Oklahoma City Thunder, man. 8-1 to start the year off. SGA, man, MVP level again, give me 33 points per game. Make me look so easy. Chet Holmgren, he's pretty steady. He's having pretty much a career year from points per game perspective.
Yeah.
I think is he injured or is he's
Is it?
I don't
I
know.
didn't hear about that, but I can check on that for you.
Anyway, though, Chet Holmgren, man, pretty steady. Um, I'm gonna wait before I move on.
How did I
So,
miss that?
he is right.
I don't see him on the injury report, but maybe it's just not showing on ESPN. But like tonight, I guess Dort is out, Wiggins is out, J Dub's still out, obviously. Topic's still out, Kenrick Williams out. Let me check on Chet really quick.
Mm-hmm.
Just go to his page.
Chetty Holmgren, Chet.
Oh, they played with him out. They played without him the other night, but it sounds like he may be back tonight.
Okay. They probably just.
But yeah, they got a dub. Did they win against the Kings, or they lost against the Kings the other night? I think
They
that was
lost
their first
against the
loss.
Trailblazers.
Oh, so maybe this was a. Oh, they got back in the win column against. No, it was the Trailblazers. You're right.
Yeah, they lost to Portland the other night.
I'm confused by that headline. So is Chet missing this game tonight? Then is that what it is saying?
I don't know. It's a good question.
OKC without. Oh, that was 10 days ago. My bad. Irrelevant. Throw that out. My bad. My bad. That was from 10 days ago. That report was from. So.
Anyway, whether he's playing
No
or
idea.
not, goddamn, he's been pretty steady to start the year off. And me and my coworker was chatting about this, bro, because he was telling me like he don't think that OKC can have like the type of season they did last year, or that they could sustain the level of success, winning all those games in the regular season. I'm like, bro, this team is built differently. They got a lot of depth, a lot of young players, and this
Yeah.
finna lead to my point. Guys like AJ Mitchell, 16 points per game. Isaiah Joe, 17 points per game. Aaron
Yeah.
Wiggins, 15 points per game. You get it. Like Isaiah Hartenstein still doing what he doing. Caruso, Lou Dort. All
Yeah.
of these guys, and mind you, J-Dub has yet to play a game this season. They're 8-1. So that says a lot. Like the supporting cast have been stepping up, team depth on full display, and that's why this team is coming in. Number 2, top 2 on my top 10 power rankings. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I feel it. I feel it. Number 2 for me is going to be the LA Lakers. You hit the nail on the head with them earlier. Obviously, Luka leading the way right now. Has to be leading the way for MVP. 5 straight wins at Minnesota, at Memphis, against Miami, at Portland, and against San Antonio. I thought the win specifically against San Antonio was really impressive. It was San Antonio coming off their first loss, maybe wanting to get back on the right track, and the Lakers were having none of that. They were able to contain Victor Wembanyama offensively, and it was impressive. But you mentioned it, man. Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic just scoring at like an unreal rate. They're averaging 70 points together, like between two players right now. So yeah, it's a bit ridiculous. Is it sustainable? I guess we'll see. But they're off to a hot start, and that's why they come in at number 2, brother.
Without a certain player playing too. Just had to throw that out there. All right, man, ladies and gentlemen, the moment of truth. Coming in number 1 on my top 10 power ranking list.
Who you got?
I have the Chicago Bulls, man. 6-1. Come on, man. You gotta
I had
show
a
the Bulls
feeling.
some love.
I had a
I
feeling.
mean, nobody expect them to have this type of season. Well, to be more exact, the start of the season like they've been having 6-1, and a lot of impressive wins, I'd say. But man, shout out to Josh Giddey, man, leading the charge, 23 points per game, 10 rebounds, 9 assists, nearly averaging a triple double, shooting 50% from the field and 41% from 3-point range. Shout out to him because if you know, we've been watching Josh Giddey, that's something he's been kind of struggling on, just shooting the ball. But going back to last year at the trade deadline, past trade deadline, he been shooting the ball much better and leading up to this season. Nikola Vucevic, man, they call him Vucci, man. Steady vet presence, 19 points per game, 12 rebounds. Ayo Dusumu, man, 16 points per game, thriving in an expanded role. The second year player, Matisse Buzelis, 15 points per game. Love what I've been seeing from him. The team biggest strength is just like the unselfish play and the chemistry. You can tell that Billy Donovan got these guys playing together and playing for one another. Shout out to him because if this team keeps it up, he could very much be a candidate for Coach of the Year. And the one thing that stood out to me, though, what I've been seeing through these 7 games is that Josh Giddey, like, if you look at the difference in the system, like when he was in OKC, he was playing a lot off the ball, and that's just not his game. Whereas
Yeah.
until now, with him being in Chicago, he's like the vocal point of the offense. He can kind of run plays,
Yeah.
initiate the offense and do his thing on both sides. So, yeah, man, shout out to the Bulls. And, 6-1 and number 1 on my top 10 power rankings list.
Damn, you moved off OKC after one loss, man. I couldn't do it. OKC comes in at number 1 for me, brother. Everything you said about them already. They're obviously coming off the stellar season last year. I think your coworker, whoever you were talking with about the, I think you might be off on that one. I think they are for a dynasty type of run. I really think they are. They are just so young. Like even SGA is their superstar. He's at his peak age right now. And you mentioned J-Dub has not come back. We have not seen them with Nikola Topic, right? We're going to see some different versions of this team throughout this season that we have just not even seen yet. And in the meantime, a lot of these depth pieces that we'll see here and there are getting their time right now to get acclimated and get comfortable with the squad. So While I was listening to you talk about the Bulls, I mean, it sounded a lot like the Oklahoma City Thunder and the way they kind of structure things. Like, obviously, SGA is the focal point, but they spread the ball out. They get a lot of guys involved. You'll see, 5, 6 guys in double figures on some nights. So it's very interesting. Obviously, Josh Giddey coming from OKC, headed over to Chicago, and now is he the SGA of the Chicago Bulls in a sense, right? Like, he gets that responsibility or that level of leadership. I had the Bulls at number 3, man, and I appreciate you giving them some respect because I'm salty about that loss. I am. I'm salty about that loss because like I view the Sixers over them. If I'm being completely honest, like I know it's biased. I know I'm a Sixers fan. I view the Sixers as a better team than them. And being up 24 points in that game, it left a really salty taste in my mouth. So I'll admit that with them coming in at number 3, man. But I can't knock off OKC. The highest I could have moved the Bulls is probably number 2. But no, great start to the season nonetheless, like you said.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's it for top 10 power rankings, man. It's time to move on.
We weren't too far off. We weren't too far off there, man.
It's kind of hard for us to kind of trim things down to a certain time limit because we hoop heads, we just can't help ourselves. But
Just
anyway,
keep going.
Yeah. Moving on to the next topic, though, man. The Los Angeles Lakers. They was top 3 on your power rankings list, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Lakers. Okay. They was 3rd for me on my list. So,
number 2 for me.
Saying that, though, man, they're 7-2. You look at the success that they have been having early on. The real question is, how sustainable is it? You seen it start of the season. DeAndre Ayton has started to have. Austin Reeves, career year. Luka giving you 40. Rui Hachimura averaging 17. So I'm saying, like, how sustainable is this success? And also, how sustainable is those guys averaging those numbers? As the season goes on.
That's a loaded question, Slim, but I appreciate it. And I'll answer it like this, man. LeBron scheduled to come back, right? And I think when you look at this initially, this situation, you think LeBron comes back, they're going to be way better than what they are right now. Right now, they're at the top of the West, right? 7-2, near the top. They're not at the top, obviously, with OKC, but near the top of the West. The only thing, man, when LeBron comes back, that ball has to go in LeBron's hands. Is LeBron? Sure. Maybe LeBron's an off-ball player now. Maybe late in his career he develops into that. He's definitely gotten better as a spot-up shooter. I'm not denying that. Is that what he's comfortable being like settling into, I guess, is the way I would put it. Because obviously we know this is a guy that can average 25 to 30 points still this late in his career. Austin Reeves averaging 30 when we get to see him for an extended period of time without LeBron on the roster.
Or Luka.
Right. So, like, do you know what I mean? When Bron comes back, is the ball in Austin Reeves' hands less? Is that a good thing or is that a bad thing? So it is interesting, man. Does Rui's opportunities go down? DeAndre Ayton, that's obviously you want to get LeBron back. You want to get him integrated and you want the contributions from LeBron. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. I wonder how it impacts team chemistry and the way they're playing right now. That's all I'm saying. But what do you think about that?
So basically, you answered my question with a question. You're a smart dude, bro. I see what you did there. Anyway, I will answer this loaded question for you since you don't want to do it. How sustainable is this? Man, I'll say this. LeBron is a very smart, high IQ player. To your point, you mentioned, he needs the ball in his hand unless he just come back as this elite off-ball shooter, which I feel like at this point of his career, he know that he has to take a a step back and let those guys do that thing now. Once you get to the postseason, it could be a different story. Maybe he can take over a little bit more and be aggressive. But in the saying, I think that he can kind of come back and just let those guys keep doing their thing and just take a step back and just build that confidence up. I do think it is sustainable, though. Like, when you look at the way this team is built, specifically like around Luka, it all makes sense. You got guys like Vanderbilt and Marcus Smart coming off the bench. Jackson Hayes has been looking very, very good to start the season off. So I think it's sustainable. I don't just know if there could be a contender, but they can probably be in the mix-up things for sure. So I think that Aiden, Reeves, and Luka averaging similar, like those numbers are definitely going to drop. I don't think Luka's going to average 40. I don't
Reeves
think
30 plus is crazy. I
I
like
don't think he's going to average
kudos to
40,
him,
but
but
same thing with Austin Reeves. Those numbers are going to drop, but it'll still be sustainable in a sense. It's just going to drop,
yeah.
but it's going to be sustainable. Same thing with that success. It's going to be sustainable. So yeah.
Interesting, man. I to answer your question straightforward, I don't think it's sustainable.
Hey, ain't nothing
um
wrong with it, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Luca 40 points per game, 11 rebounds per game, 9 assists. I mean, he is in the best he looks like he's in the best shape of his life. He's in MVP form. He looks ready to go. He looks like he's leading the team as well. Like he looks like he is being a leader for this team. Um I just don't know, man. I just don't know about if you can win like that with just so much on like so top heavy. I just don't know if that is sustainable. I do not think Austin Reeves is going to continue to average 30 points and 9 assists per game, especially with
That's
LeBron
fair.
coming back in the lineup. Um, but I think I like what you said. I think they'll be in the mix.
Mm.
Sustain as far as like a top 3 seed in the West, no,
No,
I don't see that. But I
we
can
got
see
to.
them, just keeping pace with the middle of the pack of the West. I could see it in that form.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's that. So hey, D Rav, at least we said something nice about your team if you
We
still care.
respect the Lakers. We
Yeah,
respect the Lake
yeah,
Show here
yeah. We getting their props. Moving on to
sometimes.
the moving on to the next topic though, my brother.
Yes, sir.
Injury slash return updates. We have some guys returning and then we have some guys that got injured. But in saying that, let's talk about a few guys that has returned or is going to return.
Yeah,
Last night, Darius Garland returned. No, not last night, the other night. Darius Garland returned for the Cavs. They played against your Sixers, right? That
yeah,
was the game. Yeah, he finished the game with 8 points, but you can't take away too much from a guy returning back off from injury like that. But now he returned. Edna Ellis returned for the Minnesota Timberwolves the other night. Jalen Green though, man, he looked very very good in his debut last night against the
yeah.
Clippers. My man, he finished the game with 29 points in 23 minutes. That jumper definitely looks a lot better than what it once did. A smooth fit next to Booker. And Darren Fox going to return tomorrow as well. We allude to how good the Spurs has been looking to start the year off. So adding a guy like Darren Fox in the mix should only help those guys go up, not down. And a guy that got injured, my dog, one of my favorite players in the league, Bam. Um, man, that's so unfortunate because he has got up to a hot start to the season,
Yeah.
shooting the ball very very well, particularly from 3 point range. I say I give him that nod on that. You just start to wonder like what's next for the Heat. They have got up to a pretty solid start. Norman Powell has been doing his thing. Tyler Hero has yet to return, but they have been looking solid. But those are the injury slash return updates. Am I missing anybody on this list?
I mean, I could
Oh,
mention some.
I know. My bad,
I
bro.
could, but I mean, it's not even worth it. The return that he had. So
I
I
know you
mean,
too. My bad,
you
bro.
want to skip it, but nah,
Jared
Darren McCain
McCann.
returned against the Bulls, man. 0 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists, 0 for 4 from the field, 0 for 2 from the 3 point line. My man did not look good. I won't lie. He definitely didn't look like he was in conditioned form yet. It'll take some time, man. It'll take some time for him to get back, but. I think you hit the nail on the head with Bam. I wanted to ask you, did you hear any update with Bam? Because I saw he left the game against the Nuggets the other night, I believe it was, and then they were just waiting on further testing.
Um, I have not. I ain't gonna lie. I've been
Yeah,
slacking on that. I
it's
have not.
something with his foot. It's something
Yeah,
with
it's
his
something with
foot.
his foot though. Yeah, it's something with his foot.
The other thing I wanted to mention, because you mentioned Jalen Green as well. And the interesting thing with Jalen Green, man, he can score the hell out of the rock. He's obviously athletic for his size.
Mhm.
Why can't he give you anything else? Like assists, like rebounds, why not? Like that's something I noticed at Houston too, and maybe there it just wasn't as required for him to grab boards as much with the people around him, but I just feel like he can be more than just a scorer. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
He's
Nah,
too far gone from that at this point. But
he can because it's crazy. Some would say the same thing about Cam Thomas. We know
yeah,
you're a bucket, but what else can you do? Like you got
yeah,
to at least show that you're trying to play some defense. Like, bro, we would appreciate if you was like top 5 in personal fouls. Just to see. Just
Yeah,
to see that you out there, trying, you reaching in, you trying to get steals for real. Bro. So,
that's hilarious.
yeah,
Yeah, foul out, bro. At least we know you tried.
exactly, bro. Like you ain't gotta be this elite defender for real, bro. But yeah, man.
Yeah, it
And
just says Bam ruled out of
Mhm.
Friday's game against the Hornets with a toe injury. So nothing further than that on that regard. But did you get a chance? I didn't catch much of Ant versus the Knicks the other night. I don't know if you got to
No,
see
I
any of
didn't.
that.
I ain't gonna lie, I
Okay,
didn't.
okay.
The only
We'll have
thing
to
I
see.
seen, I think they said Julius. Hey, shout out to Julius Randle because he has been, to start the year, but my man has been cooking over there in
He's
Minnesota.
trying to carry.
Yeah, he trying.
Because T-Wolves have been struggling a little bit to start to see. Obviously, when
Mhm.
Ant goes down, that's gonna make you struggle a little bit. But no, it was nice to see Ant return. I didn't expect him to be back this soon. I guess
Me
is what
neither,
that
but
was for me.
he's young and they heal quick, so
Yeah, facts. Fact. That's what I was telling Dylan the other day because we was talking about back to backs, bro, with the Sixers, and like they came out the other night against the Cavs and just got dog walked on the tail end of a back to back. And it's like VJ is like 21 years old, bro. Like you can play basketball 2 days in a row. Do you know what I mean?
man,
Like,
bruh,
am I tripping? Like they used to do it in the old days, right? Like nobody was load managing.
bro, we have to talk. Did you see what Michael Jordan said about load management?
Yeah, yeah. That's kind
Now,
of where my head's at. Yeah,
yeah, now he spoke some real shit. Like that's the realest thing you can say about load management. You guys get paid millions of dollars, bro. Millions of dollars to play. How many times a week? Maybe three.
right.
Meanwhile, you got people out here busting their ass 5, 6 days a week just to get a paycheck. Like, come on, bro.
It's kind of
Like,
crazy. It's
you
kind
guys
of
make
crazy.
millions of dollars. Millions, bro.
Yeah. Because I feel like I've started to give passes for the Sixers on back to backs. And I think naturally it comes from Joel Embiid never playing in the tail end of a back to back, but that's not an excuse. Like
No,
you
it's
still
just
need to perform and try to win basketball games.
yeah.
Like,
Like, you can have sympathy for somebody, but only to an extent, bro.
yeah,
Because once you start feeling that, having sympathy for them, they just take it and run with it and
take
be like,
advantage.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah, like it'll be okay. Like Sixers fans will be all right. No, y'all shouldn't be all right.
Nah, no, we're not.
Yeah. But anyway, though, man,
What we got next, man?
if you want to pivot towards the losing streaks, the Spurs, your Sixers, my Warriors. We kind of talked about that. The Spurs and the Sixers, both teams started off, relatively hot,
Five
and
and
now,
one. Yeah.
yeah, now back-to-back losses for both of those guys. Missing key players such as Dylan Harper and De'Aaron Fox for the Spurs, and Jeremy Sohan just came back, and it's crazy. I actually forgot about him, and that's
I
kind of
did
crazy.
too.
Because when we was talking about the team, I know for a fact I did not mention that he was out because I didn't even
I
keep
did
up with
not
him.
either.
That's on me. But anyway, for you guys though, McCain, he's getting back with the Florida team. Paul George has yet to return. Joel Embiid kind of dealing with the load management and
Yeah.
whatnot. But yeah, man, like what's your main concern for each squad? Well, my Warriors, we have lost our last. No, we actually our last 5 games. Our record is not good. We have been losing a lot of games as of late. But it's just the age, man, the fatigue, turnovers. It's just a lot of questions in the air right now. But what's your main concern for your Sixers though moving forward?
Yeah, I think the main concern for the Sixers moving forward for me, man, is just the integration of each player that has to return from injury. And when I start to think about it, it's great. Like we're gonna get Paul George back, and we're getting Jared McCain back right now, right? He's getting up to speed. We just got Trendon Watford back. He got him up to speed. He's getting there, and so on and so forth. But it's just like how long are we going to have to integrate this season and figure stuff out and try to fix chemistry when a guy is added to the rotation? Like, God forbid, somebody twists their ankle and has to miss 2 weeks, like a Maxi or a Grimes, and then they got to come back and they got to get reintegrated. And it just feels like this. It just feels like it keeps going. Like we just got through like part of the Joel Embiid integration into the team.
Yeah.
And now we're to Jared McCain, and that impacted us negatively against the Bulls the other night. So it's like, man, like how often are we going to be dealing with, he's just got to get back into shape? You know what I mean? Like that's what I'm worried about with this Sixers team this year because the talent's there. The talent's there for the team. They just have to be on the floor together consistently. Because even that stuff, I see it. It's messing with VJ and his aggression offensively as well, like knowing where to pick his spots because he's not playing with the same people each night. So
Yeah, that definitely
that's my
plays.
main concern, man, for real.
Yeah, you guys you got to get healthy, man. We still don't know what this team can be like when you guys are healthy, like Paul George, Maxey, and B. We just don't know. So hopefully we
Looks
can
good
see
in
it this
theory.
season. Yeah, it looks good in theory, and I love what I've been saying from Kelly Oubre to start the year off, man. My man trying to get
Good
paid after
call out.
this season. So yeah,
Yeah.
shout out to Oubre. But you hit on the head, great points. And yeah, we'll see what you guys start to look like as the season goes on. For me though, for the Spurs though, I see like what's the main concern for them.
Yeah.
Probably, it's really not a bad thing because you go from having Dylan Harper to now Darren Fox getting back in the lineup, so it's not a terrible thing. But it's like you would
Yeah.
still want to see what this team look like healthy. You know,
Together.
seeing what,
Yeah.
yeah, just seeing the togetherness of the team. And only concern I got for them is just seeing like when De'Aaron Fox comes back, does it take away from Stephon Castle? He's averaging 20 points per
Good
game.
point.
Does that take away shots from him, Devin Vassell, all those guys? But
Yeah.
we'll see. But other than that, I love what I've been seeing from this team, and that's just my main concern. What about you, though?
Yeah, my main concern for the Spurs, it kind of fits into what you were talking about, but it's just being in the Western Conference. Like they're a young team, they got some new pieces that they're once again integrating in and trying to build that chemistry as a unit. They started very good, but now you're gonna have to go through some ups and downs. I feel as a young group that they are. They got some vets in there though. Fox is a vet, Harrison Barnes is a vet. They got a couple guys mixed in there. But to your point, about Stephon Castle and De'Aaron Fox returns, it's like hasn't even Devin Vassell's production kind of gone down a little bit just with
Yeah.
some of the additions already this year. So it is an interesting point, but the Western Conference, there's no room for growing pains, I feel like. So
Oh no,
you gotta
no.
figure it out and you gotta keep it going because you'll get caught up real quick
Yeah,
in the
I'm telling
West,
you, bro.
man. So that's
Yeah.
my main concern. If they were in the Eastern Conference, they're in the playoffs. They're probably a top 5 seed no matter what, honestly. So
Yeah, for sure. You hit on the head, bro. The Western Conference, it's a dogfight every night, bro. Losses,
every
it's so
single
crazy.
night.
Like losing games in the month of November can very much so impact your final seed when it comes,
Hmm.
playoff time. That's just how low the Western Conference is. But my Warriors, though, man, my
What's up
main
with them?
concern for them is just can we just be consistent and find a rhythm, bro? It's just like in out the lineup, the vets. I didn't think that
Same thing.
Steph would be
Yeah.
at the lineup this quick. Jimmy had lower back soreness the other night. He didn't play last game, and then obviously, Draymond is not going to play in these games if those guys not playing. With all due respect, but I love
Fair
what I've been
enough.
saying from our young guys though. Moses Moody, Brandon Pozemski, Kaminga, Will Richards though. Oh my God, bro. We really hit on the head drafting him. He had
Yeah,
30
bro. I peeped that.
he had 30
Like,
points the
who
other
is
night.
this guy?
He's such a gem, bro. They won the championship at Florida this year.
Yeah.
He was on that team, the Gators.
Yeah, you're
And
right, man. I knew I remembered that name from somewhere.
yeah, he just
Will
knows how to
Richard.
play. He knows how to cut. But my concern for my Warriors is just can we, find a consistent rhythm and also can we cut down on turnovers, bro? That's honestly it.
Yeah, no, I feel that. I feel that. It sounds like these three teams have like some consistent concerns across the board. It just sounds like health. I mean, you go from the Spurs, it's De'Aaron Fox, it's Dylan Harper, it's getting those guys back, getting them, in the mix and building that chemistry. You do have Wemby, who had that blood clot issue last year and had to miss a huge portion of the season last year. So he does come with health concerns as well at his size, man. And then you get to the Sixers, a laundry list of injuries. You get to the Warriors, Steph is sick.
Yeah.
Like Jimmy, the more concerning one is Jimmy's back, just because I have my own experience with back pain and that shit. It just it comes and goes out of nowhere, man. You could just
Yeah.
turn the wrong way and then all of a sudden your back is tight for the next 3-4 days. So it's like he could start to feel better, come back, maybe even play a streak of 3-4 games, and then tweaks his back again, and he's out for and so it can just go back and forth. Hopefully that's not the case, but
Yeah, hopefully.
back injuries suck.
Yeah, they definitely suck. Yeah, for sure. And to your point, like even with your Sixers, you guys kind of going through the same thing. So
Yeah,
just all trying to find that consistency, man. Just all these guys getting healthy and just playing together. But nah, man, great talking points. Great talking points.
no doubt.
Last segment of the pod, bro.
Let's get it.
The weekly Who You Got segment. Man, we're going to go with the best guard in the East for sure. Who you got? Options: Cade Cunningham, Tyrese Maxey, Jalen Brunson, Donovan Mitchell. We're going to frame it at like this though. If you're
Yeah.
starting a playoff team tomorrow, who do you got out of those four guards I just mentioned?
It's a great question, Slim. Just to start here, let me list a few numbers for you across the board for
Okay,
these four
okay,
guys.
okay, okay.
So we got Cade Cunningham, right? 25 points per game, 5 rebounds, 10 assists per game. Tyrese Maxey, 33 points per game, 5 rebounds, 9 assists per game. Jalen Brunson, 28 points per game, 4 rebounds, 6 assists per game. Spida Mitchell, 32 points per game, 3 rebounds per game, and 5 assists per game. So to be clear, to be transparent, all of these guys are cooking
Oh yeah,
to start
oh
the
yeah,
season.
for sure.
But to answer your question more specifically, I'm gonna go against my bias, against my heart, and I'm gonna go Cade Cunningham, man. I get it. Jalen Brunson's got the playoff experience. Maxi, he even has more playoff experience than Cade right now, I would say. Spida obviously has more playoff experience, but I think at the same time, these guys have all shown a deficiency in the playoffs, which is defense and getting picked on by bigger players. And I think that's something that Cade Cunningham will fortunately be able to avoid throughout his career with his size and skill set that he has. So I go with Cade Cunningham, kind of the guy that needs to prove himself in the postseason. But I just think if you build a team around him, it's going to be built pretty well. So I'll go with Cade Cunningham. Who you got, brother?
Hey, that's not a bad option. That's my dog, Cade Cunningham. I can't get mad at that. One of my favorite young players in the league. But man, give me Spider, man. Donovan Mitchell. If
Fair.
we start a team, going to the playoffs, I gotta go with him. His career playoff number averages is 28 points per game, 5 rebounds, and nearly 5 assists. Donovan Mitchell is one of those guys that when it comes to the postseason, his level of play just rises, and he always rises to the occasion.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he has never gotten over that hump to ultimately win a championship, but he's definitely solidified himself as one of those ones that when it comes to the postseason, he's one of the ones like for sure. So in saying
Yeah.
that, I would have to go with D Mitch. And to your point, man, you cannot go wrong selecting any of these guys. They're just that good,
Yeah.
So
I
yeah.
feel that, man. I've been really impressed with Maxi, obviously, to start the season, his playmaking, but these guys, yeah, Mitch, I mean, he just brings some energy to the game. Obviously, we saw the 46-point explosion. I saw it firsthand the other night. When he gets going like that, he's unstoppable.
Yeah,
But
he's
all of these
awesome, man.
guys have a mode like that, to be clear. They all have a mode where if they're on that night, you might not be able to stop them. I mean, if Tyrese Maxey and Jalen Brunson are hitting their 3-point shots on that given night, you're not going to be able to stop them from getting in the lane if you have to close out on them every time so fast. So, yeah, these guys are elite, to say the
Elite.
least.
They make it look
Hey,
so.
man.
They make it look so effortless. You feel me?
Yeah, we'll have to bring the question to the full scale. The league, man. Who would you
That's
say
what
on the top of your head right now, Luca?
like building a playoff team.
Ah,
Uh,
that's true. That's the question. It's not just who's playing the best right now, but who would you build a
I
playoff
think
team
I'm.
around?
I'm gonna go SGA on that. I'm gonna go SGA.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. When you put it that way, yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna go SGA.
For sure. We've already seen SGA win it, but no, anything else before we get out of here, brother? Been a
That's
great
pretty much
show.
it, man.
Happy
Yeah,
Friday.
been a great pod. Make sure you guys tap into the slate tonight. Some pretty good games going on. Hopefully, my
Yeah.
Warriors get the win tonight. Do your Sixers play tomorrow? Or
Tomorrow and
okay, yeah,
Sunday, back
tomorrow.
to back.
Yeah, that's interesting. Shout out Andre
Yo,
Drummond. My man has been hitting threes.
Yo, shout out to Drum. He is actually, along with Oubre and a couple other guys on the team, they've been stepping up. The retro jerseys come back tomorrow night for the Sixers, so I'm excited for that. The
That's
Black
yeah.
Jones, yeah, I'm excited for that.
Yeah, I know you're excited for that. Yeah,
Gets the
that
Raptors.
that go way back right there.
Yeah, take the
Yeah,
vibes back to the AI days. That's what we need. We need some Allen Iverson energy in this organization, bro. So yeah, give it
yeah,
to
for
me.
sure.
But
But nah, that's pretty much it, man. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Shout out to everybody that tapped in. Make sure you guys come in more moving forward. We see that the channel growing. Like I said, we gained 10 more
yeah,
subscribers since Monday. So I'm saying that we must be doing something right. Also, follow the TikTok to the Galaxy Pod. We post clips on there just in case you missed the pod. And yeah, we're going to be back here again next week. It's been a great pod. Me and my guy Scotty linked up and made it happen. So that's what
yes,
it's all
sir.
about. But in saying that, man, much love. Shout out to everybody. With that being said, we out. Peace.
Yes, sir. Like my man Slim said, have a great weekend, everybody. Appreciate you. And if you're over there watching on Twitter, head over to the YouTube channel and click
Please, bro.
subscribe on
Please.
that end. We
Please,
got
bro.
42, we got 42 folk in the Twitter feed, but only 3 on the YouTube channel. Head over to the YouTube channel, help us out, hit the subscribe
Yeah.
button, turn the
Like,
noties on.
that's what I'm
We'll see
saying.
you
Like,
next time.
yeah. Need a Sixers bounce back weekend like I need water after a gym. Sheesh.